Hey y'all, it's me, the Nosy Goddess, and I'm back so we can get into the business of Donald Trump and these ridiculous tariffs that he has imposed on every country. 10% increases on tariffs. And on top of that, for China, who we get most of our stuff from, okay, including iPhones, all the things we use on a regular daily basis, over 100% increase, which for us means ridiculous prices. I mean, is he trying to ruin the economy or what? If you don't know what's going on, I suggest you figure it out so you can be up on game here. It's so bad that Apple had to fly in 600 tons of iPhones from India to the US to beat Trump's tariff deadline. Listen, if Apple had to go around it, how are we going to survive, child? And this is how he responds. It's as if he's just laughing. He's literally playing in our faces.
Because, he's a financial. This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad. Because, he's a financial. This is Charles Schwab.
If you didn't hear that, he's introducing Charles Schwab, a huge investor. As if you haven't heard the name Charles Schwab, I don't know where you've been. And he literally had to say it's not just a company, it's an actual person, saying that this man made almost $1 billion by his tariff increase. These men are becoming rich off of our backs and laughing at us, okay? Because we are not doing anything about it. We the people. And in response, Trump's trade rep had to answer to Congress.
Breaking news. You need to watch this.
How long is the pause? How many days?
I understand it's 90 days. I haven't spoken to the president since I've
So
been
the
in this
trade
hearing.
representative hasn't spoken to the president of the United States about a global reordering of trade.
Yes, I have. I've
And
just
yet
been in the
he's-
hearing with you, sir.
But yet he announced it on a tweet. WTF? Who's in charge?
The president of the United States is in charge.
It looks like your boss just pulled the rug out. Just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you.
Right,
You came here knowing that these tariffs were going to be turned off. Why didn't you include that in your opening statement?
I don't disclose my conversations with the president, sir.
This is amateur hour. Did you know that this was happening?
We have been discussing it.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
And
That's offshored all of our
and if
factories.
it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What business got richer? Even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. The speaker to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people? WTF!
They just showed us who's benefiting. They just showed us which billionaires are benefiting. And it absolutely is market manipulation. And then we have paid mouthpieces like Aiden Ross, who is a streamer, who is, I guess, one of the most popular streamers, makes millions of dollars by telling us, the people, whatever it is he wants to tell us, right? So he gets hired by the likes of Donald Trump to sell us on what he's doing.
Yo, the tariff shit is a really good thing. All these other countries got tariffs on us. Be patient. Let him fix the country. The country's sick. Let him take his medicine, and the country's gonna get fixed. Like, you guys see the stock market, boom, green, just like that. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, I'm just being real with you guys, bro. You understand why he's a good president? Because no president's ever dropped nuts like that. Like, bro, that's why we're respected, bro. Motherfuckers can't bitch us around and punk us. I'm being real. Stop. We all voted for him. Believe in our president, bro. Believe in our president. You don't gotta like me. You don't even gotta like Trump. But he's your president. So respect him, bro. He's in office. All right? It's really true. The tariff shit's good as fuck. All these other countries do it to us. Like, come on.
And this is the bullshit I'm talking about. He has no idea what the hell he's even saying. We all voted for him. Did we? Did we? The caption on this post says, Aiden Ross explains why tariffs are a good thing after losing $10 million. And he wants to tell us, believe in our president. We all voted for him. Believe it or not, he wants to fix the country. Everyone else is doing it to us. It's bullshit. It was announced on the White House website that President Trump is declaring national emergency to increase our competitive edge, protect our sovereignty, and strengthen our national and economic security. And he's doing this in order to use his executive power. So he makes up this whole thing that we need to do these things in the state of emergency, when in fact it's not true. But then they use the likes of an Aiden Ross to sell us on the bullshit. And why is somebody like him even in a position? Who is this guy? He's nobody. He's nothing. He knows nothing. He just spouts off at the mouth. I mean, I don't even know how he got popular. But I do know he's been in bed with Trump for a long time.
This is nice.
There's Donald Trump being interviewed by streamer Aiden Ross in a Cybertruck, which is a nightmare in itself. And the song choice, Pure Perfection, California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. And that song was written by a man who had sex with his actual daughter.
Of a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
These things write themselves. Regardless, then they decided to do a little Donald Trump shuffle. I guess they're speaking to the youth with moves like that. Now, Aiden Ross is a streamer who once upon a time streamed upon the platform Twitch until he was kicked off. What was he kicked off for? Oh, homophobic over and over again. He's interviewed in the past Andrew Tate, who is a human piece of trash, and white nationalist Nick Fuentes. So of course Trump fits in just perfectly. And he was gifted a Cybertruck because Elon Musk, I guess. And this is where Donald Trump is conducting his interview now, on the far alt-right area of the internet. Because ABC is too liberal for him, Donald Trump at home with the alt-right boys. That's his campaign. That's him.
The far alt-right part of the internet. Why is it that we can't get behind people who support what's right to the point of putting them on top? Instead, we have these numbskulls practically running the country.
So right here, Trump is with Aiden Ross, and they actually start reacting to certain celebrities. Check it out.
Some clips I wanted to react to.
Okay.
So this is the fun stuff I wanted to get into. Let's get into the reactions right here. This is so cool. I'm actually reacting with you. All right.
You know, I put you on Truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Truth is my voice, you know.
Yeah.
And it's doing great.
Yeah.
Everybody should go on Truth.
Yeah.
But I will say that I put you on that we're doing the show together, and the response was very cool.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so shout out to Nelk, but they kind of gave me this idea. I have two segments I want to do with you.
Okay.
The first one is use one word that comes to mind to describe that person. Okay? It's a fun game.
Fun.
Let's start. All right, who is the first picture? And we got the Nelk boys. One word.
Great.
I love that. Okay,
Really
great.
good.
Okay.
So you're friends with them?
Yeah.
Are they competitors of yours, though?
Not even, honestly. You know, every time that you know, I speak to Kyle or Steve,
Yeah,
it's just only
they're
love.
all great.
They're really, really
No,
good.
they're
Jimmy.
just great.
Yeah.
But in a way, you would be competitors, but you don't even.
They're more bigger on the YouTube side of things. I'm more
Right.
live, so it's a lot
Just so
world,
different,
but
yeah.
it's kind of like parallel.
Look at them. I mean, they're just great people. That was Dana White. He said, you got to do them. I said, who are they? I didn't know. And after I did them, it was like an explosion.
All right, let's see what we got next here. We got me.
Yeah. Well, I can just tell you that one word would be outstanding. My sons told me about you, and you know, they told me about how big Dad. You know, my Baron.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, he's really big. I said,
Whoa.
Yeah, but what about else? He said, he's also a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
But big stuff, Aiden. So I just have to say outstanding to do what you've done at a young age. And I know how old you are. You're young. You're seriously young. My suit is older than you are.
How old's your suit?
I don't know. Who the hell?
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, let's see who we got next. We got you.
Patriot.
Patriot.
I'm a patriot.
Joe Rogan.
Interesting. He really is. He's an amazing guy. He's a very interesting guy.
So we got next, Mr. White.
Oh, well, he's a fighter. I'll tell you, that guy, he fights. You wouldn't want to have him against you. A little bit true with all of these people that you show, and there's a good one. Elon, a genius, truly a genius. You know, I see the rockets come down with the engines, and they're coming down, and the engines are landing without any, they have no wings, no nothing. That was a couple of years ago. I said,
Right.
what is that? And I said, what was that all about? He says, well, we want to be able to save the engines, not that they go into the ocean and all. But he really is. He's a genius. He's also a very good person, Elon.
Let's see what we got next. Kanye.
So he's very complicated. Let's say complicated. Because he's a really nice guy, but he can get himself into trouble, and he can get some other people. But you know, he's got a good heart. He does. But he's complicated.
So we have the likes of Aiden Ross pairing up with the president to take up airtime, talking about a bunch of nothing. In the meantime, the world is burning, okay? And we are here helpless, sitting here watching it all happen on the internet. Now, my whole point of this video was really more so about Aiden Ross and how he's a paid mouthpiece for the likes of Trump and as well for the likes of Drake. Yeah, he will sit there and defend Drake and of course, weaponize Drake against Kendrick, okay, a true artist. He'll weaponize Drake against whoever he's challenged to do for. Now here's him and academics arguing Drake versus Kanye.
Cap?
Nah.
Chat, I put this on everything I love.
I'm gonna be
Drake's
honest with you.
discography is the best out
I'm
of
gonna be
any
honest
artist.
with you.
It's not hard. Yo, he's
don't,
such a
don't have me argue against my GOAT on the stream now.
Bro, I can argue on everything.
Kanye would never lose to nobody in the verses. He beats even Drake. Sorry. And
In what way? In what way?
Bro, it's Kanye West, bro. Bro, like, we gotta stop. Like,
bro,
I understand.
You guys act like Drake. Drake has
we
no
not
bad
rapping
albums. I can tell.
And all
bro,
this other shit.
I can name a bad Ye album. I can't name a bad Drake album.
All right.
So we have this guy, Aiden Ross, now, who is the expert on hip hop. How is he any expert on hip hop? Nobody can say he's not a Drake fan, but that is all it is. He's a Drake fan, not a fan of hip hop. He has explained to us how he is Jewish, he's pro-Israel, and we all know Drake is Jewish, and that is what he's going to go with. Okay, so I don't understand, though, why he is on such a pedestal, why he's on such a big platform. Clearly, I can't stand this guy. I think he's hella overrated, and I think he needs to be knocked off his pedestal. Who do we have? We need to get behind somebody who could take these guys out. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of academics. And quite honestly, I'm sick of Drake. And of course, I'm way sick of Trump. So let me know your thoughts. You think Aiden Ross should be the voice to be trying to tell us that tariffs are good and that we all voted for Trump and that it's Drake over Ye, even though that, I mean, it could be argued actually. But seriously, it's definitely not Drake over Kendrick. So with all that said, can we do something about this? I mean, come on, y'all. It's we the people. We have the power, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. That's all I got. Till next time. Bye.